of coffee. This aggression will not stand, man. I can't seem to get anything done today. My energy level was here when I woke up, and it is rapidly gone to here. It's all I can do to check my email and answer some, but not all of them. I have things I need to register for. I have plane tickets I need to buy. Did spend the morning with James brainstorming stuff. We used the whiteboard that's right over there, and we wrote a lot of things down, and it was a good meeting. It really was. But the energy's right here, and pretty soon the energy will be gone. When I used to travel a lot, people would be like, "Oh, you get to travel, how exciting!" It's not exciting, it's not. Traveling is actually really difficult. And when you're hurt and gimpy, it makes it even more difficult. That's a very frustrating thing. I just spent 3 days with some of my best friends, and it was magnificent. And it admittedly took a lot of energy, but I was like enlivened by it. I was renewed by it. But boy, I am just energied out. Right there, energy, not a lot of it. I literally have 5 things on my to-do list. Literally, 5. Now, granted, some of them are like file, some of them are inbox 0, but I literally have 5 things to do on my to-do list, and that's when I came in today. Do you know how many have been crossed off today? Do you know why? I know what will make me feel better. Smart-ass and dubious answers to internet questions. Does anybody know what the radio trivia answer for Thursday's December 10th is? It's $240 worth of pudding. Did you know that there is no proof that Jesus was born in December? Yes, I did know that. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I have a Master's of Divinity degree. I'm an ordained Presbyterian minister. I knew this. Oh, you were trying to shock me. Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Right, you were trying to shock me. I get it now. Because how can Donald Trump be so popular if no one on my campus is voting for him? I suppose that the 33% of likely Republican voters nationally don't live on your campus. But the more important thing is, why are you so arrogant that you think that just because no one on your campus is wanting to vote for Donald Trump, that nobody anywhere wants to vote for Donald Trump? I mean, it's like human-induced climate change. Oh, so it's winter now. It's cold here. That must mean that global warming is a myth. Oh, I ate a sandwich today. That must mean there is no hunger problem around the world. That is just incredibly stupid and arrogant. Best Western movie? Wait, they're making a movie about Best Western? No. Make a movie about the Howard Johnson, because that's what I really want to see. Hojos rock. Best Westerns, not so much. No one should criticize me for exercising my rights, so how come jerks still try to tell me I'm wrong for exercising my rights? Americans, do you know who lives in 10 Downing Street? I do. I also know who lives on Drury Lane. Have I gotten too many Christmas presents for my boyfriend? I think you have. I mean, I really do. I mean, I was talking to him the other day and he was like, "Listen, I wish you would quit buying me all these presents because it's like overkill and I don't have a great job and he's got a good job and he keeps buying me all these presents, but I don't have a lot of presents to buy him, and so I feel really crappy." So, I mean, the upshot of this, the real answer to this is you're making your boyfriend feel bad, and you really need to stop because he loves you, but he doesn't have a lot to spend on you, and like you're going overkill. Like you're going overkill here on this whole gift-giving economy. People need to understand that when you give a lot of gifts, oftentimes the person that you're giving the gift to, it really makes them feel awful. Like I'm like that. I don't buy a lot of gifts. I don't have a lot of money to spend on lots and lots of gifts, and so when people like lavish me with gifts, then I feel really horrible. I feel really bad. Unless, and here's the only instance in which I would not feel bad. If Doctor Who showed up and offered to show me the world, there's no way I'm feeling bad about that. Oh, there's so many questions about Donald Trump. Listen, this isn't fun. when questions are all about Donald Trump. Can we talk about the meaning of life and dogs, please? Hashtag ride the dog. How do you pronounce the word lasagne? 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 Does a master's degree worth the trouble? Before you consider a master's degree, I'm going to recommend a remedial English course. Does this English sentence sound good? The trouble is that Reppin is dead. Reppin doesn't really think so. Is reckon a real word? I reckon so. What are large bottles of wine called? Tuesday. Is 666 a prime number? It's a primeval number. Why are there so many people in this world? Well, when a mommy and a daddy love each other. What is the worst thing you have ever got caught in your hair? And how did you remove it from your hair? I think the worst thing I ever got caught in my hair was a lemur. Like a leaping lemur. It just jumped in there one time and then it couldn't get out. I eventually had to shave my head because I didn't want to harm the lemur, right? You don't want to harm a lemur. It's a lemur. So I shaved my head. I think the lemur still had my hair attached to it, but then I had this like just gigantic chunk coming out of my head right there, so it was all bald, and it was weird. Because I had all this other hair, and then like bald right here, bald, hair bald, hair bald. It was a fiasco. That's when I started wearing hats. When you were wee little, were you afraid of vacuum cleaners? No, I don't think so. But I really don't have a smartass or dubious answer to this question. I'm just amused by the fact that it asked when I was wee little. Like a wee little man. What is the point of life? Hot dogs. You're opening a Star Wars themed restaurant. What's on the menu? Wampa steak, tartare of tauntaun, creamed Yoda, and Darth taters. What is the one word that describes you? Snowflake. Why are kids so short? It's probably because gravity. The pressure, gravity compresses their bodies down. What was the last word you whispered? Sprinkles. When you wink, what eye do you wink with? That's how I wink. Which eye did I wink with? Here, I'll do it again. Which eye? I got an email this afternoon. It was from our school system, and it seems that the high school where our oldest boy goes received a bomb threat. From what I can understand, it doesn't seem to be an email that is as extensive as the ones sent to the school systems in LA and New York. I have a lot of things going through my head. First, it was determined that it was not a credible threat. It was a load of crap. Our children were never in danger. I'm also not naive enough to say, oh, but we live in a nice suburb of Kansas City. This doesn't happen in these kinds of places, because that's a load of crap. Evil can reach you wherever you are. So I'm not feeling disbelief or whatever because I thought we were protected, and oh, now I'm scared because we're not protected, and where can we go? I'm not feeling that. Honestly, my mind pretty quickly goes to thankfulness and gratefulness that my kids don't experience that kind of situation at all. But it brings up real questions about how you respond. LA shut down their school system. New York didn't shut down their school system. Which one's right? Yeah, I guess they're both right. I don't know. I guess these are the days where I'm glad that I'm a pastor. Not a politician, not a threat expert, not someone in charge of security. I think that our job is to pray for our enemies, but I also think that we shouldn't be stupid and take risks. So I don't know. Something else I'm feeling is that it feels weird because I'm not shocked by this. But does that make me a bad person? Does it make me a horrible person because I'm not outraged? Conversely, does it make me a good person? Does it make me a better person because I'm not outraged? Because I don't feel terrorized? Because I'm, pretty zen about this in this moment? I don't think either one of those things are true, but frankly, I don't know what to be feeling or how to be feeling right now. Somebody just tried to bully my kid's school. I guess I'm angry about that. I'm angry that somebody thought that was a funny joke. I don't know. This isn't one of those things that you can wrap up neat in a bow. I mean, yeah, go home, tell your kids that you love them. Tell people that you love them. Yes, but you should be doing that every day. I guess I'm just going to be happy that tonight we're going to the Little Boys Winter Festival Concert. That's what it's called. It's called the Winter Festival Concert. It's not called the Christmas concert. And tonight, my kids are going to stand up with all these other kids, and they're going to celebrate, yes, Christmas, but they're also going to celebrate Hanukkah, and they're going to celebrate Ramadan, and they're going to celebrate Kwanzaa. And at the very end of the program, they're going to sing a song called Ubuntu. They do it every year, and I cry every year. I'm crying right now. They do it every single year. Desmond Tutu talked about Ubuntu a lot, especially during the time of apartheid. My understanding is that Ubuntu can be translated that I am because we are. It is a philosophy that celebrates and gives thanks for the fact that we are all connected. And so tonight I'm going to go and I'm going to watch my kids sing Ubuntu. All these little kids teaching parents that we are in this together. And horrible things happen. God, horrible things keep happening. But if we've got little kids telling us, Ubuntu, Ubuntu, we're in this together. Dear God, there's hope for us. This is Ian. You've met Ian before because he did this. So, Ian sang in his concert the other night that I missed, but I got to watch the video last night. Okay, this is going to shock all of you, but I cried while I watched him sing. What do you think about that?
Did you cry?
I snotted out my nose.
For real?
I really did, because it was good, and it was so good.
Thanks, Dad.
So, hey Tens, I'm going to show you
Hey,
Ian singing
Tens.
because it's awesome, and I want you to be as proud as I am.
Oh, thanks, Dad. Oh, don't kidding me.
Yeah. Okay, we're walking up for the Little Boys Winter Festival concert, which I described to you earlier. This year, there are so many kids at the boys' grade school that they have to do 2 concerts.
They've done that every year.
Yeah, they've done that every year. And this year we get the early concert, which is great because we don't have to worry about the sea of parking, and we can go home early.
The way you phrased it made it sound like they had to make the change this year because there are just so many kids this year, but they've done it.
This year there was like a
there.
9 million % increase in student enrollment in the Liberty school system.